Hi, I'm Ameris Taylor. This is my informative speech about New Orleans. Have you ever been inside the Superdome during a wild, crazy Saints game and where you can just feel the vibrations going through your body? Everyone wearing the same colors, probably the same clothing, drinking, have a wild, fun time, and you just feel like just great. I have been blessed to feel that and understand what that feels like, and I just want to share my experience with you. New Orleans is in Louisiana, and it's full of experiences and a different version of life that everyone should at least once get to experience, no matter what part of New Orleans. I'm going to talk about a few parts. But no matter where you go, there will always be art, different clothings, different foods, parades, street performers, all those different things. It's a great, fun place. It is 16 minutes away from the capital, which is Brandon. Here are some things in New Orleans that basically makes it known. The French Quarter, Mercedes-Benz Superdome, and the famous Bourbon Street. What I will be talking about, what you should do when you ever visit or go visit these places. I'll begin with the French Quarter and what it has to offer. According to Stories Stopping by Kelsey Wilburn, the French Quarter is a city within a city. The French Quarter is world famous for the food, the entertainment, and sun hospitality, unique shopping, and its own festivals. It's always a hub of activity, which is really true. If you take a trip to New Orleans, some attractions in the French Quarter is a famous Cafe du Monde, where you can get fresh coffee and fresh beignets. And actually, if you walk back to the building, you can see them making. Sometimes they'll throw dough at you, which is personal favorite. Anyways, another thing or two things that are really three that are super famous also and helps the French Quarter known is Jackson Square. And if you walk across Jackson Square, it is it is the Catholic Cathedral, which is the oldest Catholic cathedral in the United States, which I thought was really cool. Also, as Jacob Davison says, that if you're a street performer and you work 40 hours a week, that you would make an annual salary of $44,137 a year. Now we'll be discussing the Mercedes Superdome. Now, the Superdome is obviously home to the Saints NFL team, which is the main team that normally plays there, but other teams are allowed to play. For example, LSU Tigers have played there. As USA Sports states, that in August of 2005, the Superdome was used as a shelter for those who could not evacuate in time. During Hurricane Katrina, the outside of the dome did not have much damage, but the inside had a lot of water damage. There were 3 deaths, reports of rape, vandalism, and violent assaults. Also drug dealing and drug abuse. Gang activity was inside the Superdome during this time. There was also another incident where one of the National Guard officers was shot and the power went off. And in this incident, the National Guard decided it was best if they separate themselves with a barbed wire barricade inside the Superdome, just because the things that makes that happen, that made that part interesting. Now, some things about the Superdome that I personally like, that I think makes the Superdome a little bit more interesting, is that people around the area say that if you're in the Superdome and you actually have gotten to experience that, it is a lot louder than other Superdomes, and they say it's because the extra spirits helping, which I thought was really cool. Now you should know about Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street is great for exploring and bar hopping. You should always keep your valuables in front of you, falling in a fanny pack or something, because they have very good pickpocketers there. So be very careful when you're strolling through. Also, if you see people running, you should probably just run with them or go in a bar, you know, somewhere safe, because when Bourbon gets really packed, police officers shoot blanks, which can start a riot or stampede. Now, after learning some interesting things involving New Orleans, I can conclude that I hope you have learned a lot about the French Quarter, the Mercedes Dome, and Bourbon. I hope you know how to go to these places in a fun and safe fashion, and I hope you enjoyed it.